Alright, this is episode number 8 of the Young Black and RichLESS podcast. That's if last week was actually number 7. I'm not confident.
I counted it. It was number 7.
Okay.
Number 7.
So this is number 8 of the Young Black and RichLESS podcast. You got your boy TJ here. You got Lacey.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do right now is probably have this podcast, because it's a slow news week in terms of celebrities and just general news, from my opinion. So Lacey suggested doing one podcast that's mainly focused around relationships. So it should be kind of band / a little bit of informational, because it kind of helps. One's a girl. I'm about to say one's a girl.
One's a girl. One's a girl.
Yeah, one's me. So yeah, so seeing as it was your one, you can kick off the first topic, which was...
I can't see it.
It was your topic that said, can guys and girls be friends?
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
It was we're here and we're friends.
We're somewhat anomalies.
Yeah, we probably are. It's because I've had this conversation this week, and then I just thought, you know what? I kind of want to know. I mean, it's a conversation we're gonna have, but I kind of want to know what you guys think as well. Like, is it a thing?
What the subs
think? Because I mean, with us guys, like, we're absolutely just friends. We've been on holiday together, but every time we do like a vlog and we're on holiday, some person pops up like, don't lie, like, you're actually not just friends, something's going down, like, there's always something, right? And I just thought we just have to address this, like, literally. It is literally just a friendly thing. I think if it wasn't friendly, then we couldn't go on holiday together, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if we were just two randomers, I think it'd have to be... Yeah, I think it'd be odd if we... You know what, the funny thing is though, is literally a year before we went on holiday, my other friend asked me to go on holiday, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. What kind of idiot am I going on holiday with a girl? That's not my girlfriend, that's stupid. And then like that's like a very immature way of thinking, to be honest. Like, a friend's a friend at the end of the day. But I did literally have that persona, and the reason I thought that way is because society says if you go on holiday with someone, if you go on, like, catching a taxi and an Uber's fine. If you go on an airplane and go with someone, it's literally like, that's a commitment. And I really stepped back one day and I was like, this is dumb. Like, Americans catch airplanes like we catch taxis.
Yeah.
So they were literally, I always used to see them like going with someone they just met or just a friend to like Miami, then going to Florida. And I'm like, shit, these people, are they in relationships? What's this guy doing?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, hold up, it's just a transport. That if I went to somewhere like Leeds with someone, which is like 3-4 hours away, and Barcelona's closer, which is like 2 hours on the plane. Yeah. What's the difference?
I think it's not really the plane journey. I think what people probably think is like, you're staying in a room, you're going to be there for a few days together, so it's more that you're staying together like for such a long period of time.
If we could afford it, we would go for separate rooms. Let's just put it out there. The reason we had the same room is because it's cheaper. If we like our own space, if we had the abundance of money, or if it was the same price, do different rooms, we would do the different rooms and just knock home already. Like, people make it sound like, oh, they want to share. No, I would much like to spread out.
Separate holidays. Like, in the morning, he's like at the gym.
Yeah. The last holiday was the most separate. We didn't even see each other until dinner time. Like, the first time we were in Barcelona, it was like proper clicky. We were just kind of like together the whole time. The second time was like, yeah, you do your thing and just text me when you're hungry and we'll meet up. So like, in the mornings, I didn't see her because she'd be on the roof potentially tanning. I'd go walking around, I'd go to the gym, and we literally only meet for drinks and food.
Yeah.
That's a good way of thinking. I didn't really think of it.
He actually had other friends, like, you made friends at the gym.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did, yeah.
I don't need to be with a person. Like, I'm a bit of like, I'm not, when I say I'm introvert, I can be alone and I'm absolutely fine. So it's like, it works well for me because he'll just do his thing, I just do my thing, and then literally, it's like when we're hungry, like, where do you want to go?
It literally was that. It was literally like, yo, I'm kind of hungry, you coming back soon? I'm like, yeah. And if I said no, she would have went, cool, I'm going to get food.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that calm. And
I think we actually spent one day together when it was San Juan. And we
spent, that's when we met those people as well.
I think that was the only real time that we spent together on the holiday. I think it's because as well, we'd already done it, like, we'd already done Barca, so it's like, we know where everything was and everything, so it's like, we didn't need to be like,
it was basically just like an Airbnb, like, just we happen to know each other. So imagine you going to Airbnb and the person you're sharing with is like a nobody. It was like that, except for we happen to know each other. So we just go, yo, around 3 o'clock, we'll go for lunch.
I think it's good, like, if you've got a friend where, I mean, I don't think every girl, personally for me, I don't think every girl could have a guy that's a friend. Yeah. It depends what type of girl you are. Some girls...
But I feel like we made that establishment years ago. Because when we first met, like, there was like not an ambiguous phase, it was kind of like a, but then we kind of realised, we're just literally vibed like that. And that is how it kind of, once that's established, it's cool. If you never have that, I don't know, that kind of, that initial kind of chat, that kind of just like, nah, we cool like this. Then it can always be up in the air because the other person can never truly know what you're thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm saying. Like, if I didn't know with you, like, if I wasn't sure, even if we're friends for the song, and it's like, maybe there's potential, then I'd be like...
Because one person can always think, oh, I wonder if they invite me because this is when they're going to tell me.
Or we have one too many drinks and it's like, and then shit just gets weird. And we're like,
with us, it's more like one too many drinks and we don't start laughing. Like, that's literally what it was. Like, that first trip we went, we just walk up and down that bus on the street, just half drunk, just laughing at random stuff. That was the first night as well. And that's when I knew this holiday's gonna be live. Because at first, I was semi-unsure as well. I was like,
wait, which bus? The first
one? Because we never went before. And realistically, we only see each, like, apart from the podcast recently, we'd only see each other like every 3-4 months. And then we were just like, you know what, let's go Barca. And so I was like...
It was so random.
Yeah, it was like, I wasn't sure how we were going to cope. Because linking up for like a few hours and not seeing each other 3 months is different. For us being together every day for like 4 days. And we had like Jesus that hooked us up. We had like drink. It was fine, to be fair. That holiday was... Jesus.
Yeah. It was fun. Like, that was such a good... It was such a good holiday. We just got along like so well. And it's just like, you've got to be... I think you've got to be comfortable around the other person. That's important. But like I said, I don't know if it's not for everyone. I don't think. I think that some people... I'm a bit boyish as well, so I guess that kind of helps in a way.
I think it really comes down to the individual, and you have to both know, like, if one of you fancy the other in some capacity,
it's not worth it. Just forget it.
And that doesn't mean like you can't know the person's attractive. You can know someone's good looking. It's more like a feeling thing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes people do it on objective. They go, oh, but she's pretty. You have to like her. Like, you can find someone pretty without having to.
Exactly.
Go with them.
And it's like, also, like, if you find the other person attractive, right, at some point, and then they start to, they don't see you in that same way, and then they start telling you about, like, it's another, they might tell you about another girl or whatever. So you're with a guy and it's like he's telling you about a girl, and you know you're like smiling like but deep down, deep down the heart is melting. Like, at some point it's just gonna get to you. Like, and we don't have that. Like, I will literally just tell you about things and you tell me about things, and we just chill. Like, literally, like, we're absolutely fine. So I personally think that I mean, it's not a thing. I know that it can work. Like, we've been friends for absolutely years.
But I will acknowledge that it's a very rare thing. Because I've had some female friends, and at some point or another, like, if you hang out, it depends on how frequent you hang out too.
Yeah.
Like, if we hung out daily, then I can't include us because we're different.
I don't know.
We could hang out probably daily. But I mean, most people, if you hang out daily, at some point or another, feeling, just because it's human nature, it's like how teachers used to always end up falling in love, and sometimes Mrs. Ayres turns into Mrs. whatever, because they always link because they're in close proximity. It's how workers...
It's true, like, you're close together all the time.
So, but I feel like if that's your relationship, it's that clicky every single day and all day texting, sometimes one person can always gain feelings. It's whether you want to pursue them or you just kind of push them down.
Like,
whereas we really, outside the podcast, we message here and there, but it's not like a daily...
Nah, it's not daily.
You know what I mean?
If we was messaging, it's not a day, unless literally, the only time we message the most when we booked a holiday, and it's like, yo, what's going on, you know.
And then we'll just see each other at the airport.
I swear down, yes, this is like on my life, true story. We literally went on holiday, came back, I dropped him. He went in a taxi, I went home, I think I didn't see him for a year. I didn't see him. I was like, see ya. No, I'm joking.
I didn't
basically
see you until the next one, right?
No, I saw you probably before, but we didn't see each other for such a long time.
It was like 8-9 months.
It was weird. Like, it wasn't weird for me. Like,
it's normal for us, but like, if you was to tell someone a story, they're like, how can you be that close to go on holiday? And then when you come back, you don't even look or talk to each other for months. And it's just
we talked, we just didn't.
We'll click up when we click up. That's the nice thing. So, moral of the story is, before we speak on this topic in circles, is it can happen, but I will acknowledge that it's very rare. It's down to the two individuals, or it helps if you're both ugly. But I'm joking. But yeah, it really comes down to whoever. I couldn't say. It really is just we make it work. So that's an example, I guess.
I have other friends as well, other guy friends that I'm really just friends with, like, you know. So
next topic.
Okay.
All right, we got what is it? Things that girls do that annoy guys. Okay, so that basically, I mean, me telling you stuff, right?
Okay.
It depends how much you want to expand into it. Do you want to just go to highlights, or do you want to go to what exactly?
I don't know. This is entirely up to you. So.
Well, most people that probably watch is already like girls already know what they do. That's annoying.
I don't think we do.
Silent treatment.
Oh, okay, we do.
Exactly. That is probably my pet peeve the most. I spoke about it many times on here and on my own YouTube channel, Chilling with TJ. And basically, that is the one I find the most annoying. And the quick summary version of it is when your girl has an issue with you, usually she'll assume that you know the problem, which you don't, and she'll go into a silent problem, and you'll always say the key phrases, which is, are you okay? She'll say, yeah, I'm fine, but then she'll still act kind of funny because you feel the energy, you feel the vibes, and you'll ask normally like up to 3 times, and she'll continually say that she's fine, and all it does is make the whole situation really awkward, especially if you're in person. It's like we're chilling here, we're watching movies like we normally do, we're normally hugged up, you go to hug, she'll brush that arm off like that, and she'll say she's fine. You'll ask her repeatedly what's going on, and she won't tell you until she goes home and sends you that massive long text. That was forever the biggest pet peeve I've always had about girls, because it happens with many different girls all the time, and it got to the point where I was like, I stopped replying to the long text. I just write like a cage to piss them off because I weren't reading it. So that's probably my biggest one. So why do girls do that?
I'm not really passive aggressive. Like, I don't really like stuff like that. See, me, I'd rather have the confrontation and just have it out.
Me too.
But then the thing is, what happens is when you're that person and you're just open like that, then I don't know, if you meet the right person, they'll appreciate it. If you meet the wrong person, they'll just
it depends on, you don't have to argue, you can't explain the issue.
No, I'm not literally, like, I'm not saying that we'll just argue or we'll just go on a mad one. It doesn't have to be like that. Like, we can actually just we're grown, innit? Like, we should be able to have adult conversation. But the thing is, and it depends who you're talking to. Like, if you're with somebody and you're having a conversation and then they just get defensive and then it just always turns into an argument, at some point some guys would just be like, this girl's crazy, do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not that she's crazy, it's just the fact that she just is really open with her emotions.
It depends though, because there's the thing that puts into the crazy realm is if they literally erratically cannot explain why. Because I've had situations where the girl can really, when you break it down, you make her explain it, it doesn't make sense. She'll acknowledge that it doesn't make sense, but she go, I don't care, and then she'll just continue to do it. That is when you go crazy, because there's no logic.
I get that. I don't find myself, I don't think that I'm an erratic person. I think that I always have a reason for why I'm annoyed, if that makes sense. But that's
in your head. You have to make the other person understand.
Yeah, so
my biggest thing is, I want to know.
But sometimes guys don't want to hear the explanation. Like, I would sometimes, in the past, I've tried to explain myself, and it's just like, he'd just be like, I don't care. Like, he just doesn't want to know.
See, that scenario is bad. If he says I don't get it, it's a different, because I've had girls like sometimes they're annoyed about something and my brain can't rationalize it, because they're arguing about something dumb like you're walking too slow. This has become this is serious. This was one.
You're walking.
This is like,
what do you mean you're walking too slow?
We're going to the cinema, right? And she bought the tickets, which makes it more easier to get the tickets. She bought the seats. We're walking there. I'm carrying all the stuff, by the way. She ain't carrying shit.
Yeah.
She was like moaning because she might miss the beginning of Twilight, saying I'm walking too slow. And I'm thinking, you ain't carrying shit. And I'm walking slow so I don't drop the stuff. And shit, this came into a big issue because I was like, why are you annoying me? I said, you walk ahead. You bought the tickets. No one's taking our seats. We've still got 20 minutes to train there. Why do we need to rush there? And so in my brain, I'm thinking this girl is just being annoying because there's no need.
No, that is annoying. That is so
in her head, this was like a biggie because she's like, but I was telling you to walk quicker. And I'm thinking, this doesn't make sense. So this is the scenario where...
Personally, if that was me, right, if you want to walk slow, that's up to you. If you want to miss the front, I would sit down.
But the thing is, we had time.
I'd just be in the seat, like, I'd sit down. There's no issue.
I even did say, like, you can go ahead. The thing is, it wasn't even that far.
No,
the most you would have done was beat me by 20 seconds. So I was like, just go ahead. But that's a scenario where...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, in my brain, I don't care about small issues.
No.
I only care about big ones. And I know girls have said to me, no, but it's the small things that matter. In my brain, something like that counts as a small issue. So you can have a big tip about it. I'm not going to feed into it. So when we finish the movie and go back to the room, and you'll continue talking about this one thing, I'm like... Is it really that serious? We made it to the cinema on time, right? Absolutely. You saw the beginning. Why are you still talking? It's the principle. I'm like, there's no principle to it. So that is an instance where I feel like in that scenario, I wouldn't care. I would literally say, I don't care about this issue. It's so small to me.
I don't care about small issues, personally. I'm not really bothered. I think, to be honest...
We need a girly girl.
I think I'm so laid back. Like, I'm literally like... I think I'm laid back, and I think like in the past when we've argued about stuff, it tends to be a big issue, or a big issue to me anyway.
Yeah, but that's the problem, because to her that was a big issue. I'm not going to
be arguing about some things. That is not a big issue.
That's my point. But I'm saying that to her, for some reason, it was a big issue, but she couldn't make me understand why it was an issue, and because she couldn't, I didn't care.
Right.
Even if it was something crazy, like she goes, oh, but like last week you did X, Y, Z as well, and it's the same thing, and it was compounded. I could then maybe kind of get it.
But then sometimes I do think, like, personally, that you should just, even if you don't understand, if you don't if you don't get it, just try to understand like where she's coming from, if that makes sense. Because you're not always going to agree on things. Like she's going to be like, okay, this is how I feel. It's okay for her to feel that way. Like you can never tell somebody like you can't be sad just because you don't understand it.
That's just true, but at the same time, I still. But the whole point is.
I'm just saying, like at some point you'd be like, okay, you know what? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Just be honest. Like I don't get it, but I understand that you're hurt and upset and whatever, and you just take it from there. You know what? I'm not gonna do it again, or whatever it is that you want to say, and then you just move on. But you just.
But even then, this is, to be honest, a separate issue to what I first said. The first one was actually silent treatment.
Yeah.
So this is when they don't tell you repeatedly, like, and then they send you the big text. That's one. So the one we just spoke about was more a second one, which is arguing over small shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So my brain doesn't rash. Maybe it's because I'm a computing person, so I do programming a lot. So the way that my brain's always been built since I was a kid is things have to make logical sense. So literally, the way my brain sees anything in life is. There's this thing in programming, like in technical, it's called an if statement.
Right.
If something makes sense, then do this. If something doesn't make sense, don't do this. So if in my brain, when she had that argument with me, I was like, does this equal a big situation? My brain was like, no. And then do nothing, because it means shit to me.
I get it, but you have to understand that as well. Like, what makes sense is subjective. Do you know what I mean? So what makes sense to you might not make sense to me or the next person.
Yeah, because you're at different levels.
So everyone has. There's no objective test for what makes sense. That is true,
but then I also factor in the fact that if the majority of people, just like you did, said that scenario was stupid as hell, then it's stupid as hell.
Okay.
Like if it was something even a little bit bigger, like, I'm trying to think of a bigger scenario. That one stands out to me because
it was so dumb.
Yeah. Whereas the ones that probably made somewhat sense. I've probably in my brain just kind of subconsciously just removed them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's two, I guess. If I said a third one, like what do girls do that annoy guys? You know what? Those are my two biggest. I think. If anything, maybe I can bring back one later. But you can switch into what thing? Actually, no. I want to keep it one segment. So silent treatment and dumb stuff. You don't know. I'm gonna go with those two as my top two. I'm not gonna bother to stretch it out. There is probably a third I could think of. There's probably 100, but like those are the top two that personally annoy me. Guys, feel free to comment down below if there's like other ones, because there's just loads of like I got one.
Here we go.
This one isn't really a bad thing. It's thing that annoy me, like the girls that like will ring you for no reason, like you know, they want to just be on the phone.
Cool. Yeah.
I really dislike it, and it's one of those things that. You can't tell the person because it can be really mean. Because there's no way to say I don't want to talk to you on the phone. Because you're not doing anything. It's just a case of I just don't like. If you ring me for a reason, if you want to know something, but those times when like your girlfriend or a girl you're linking will call you up for 40 something minutes plus just to be on the phone to hear your voice. I can't. It's so annoying.
Do you not think though that? And I'm just saying this. I'm putting it out there that if you was to meet the right person,
I couldn't do it.
That you would have a conversation. We have conversations.
No, the difference is that no on the phone.
No, never.
No, in person, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
My problem is that we're living like a busy lifestyle right now, right? In society, me having to stay because be on the phone, you have to be attentive. You have to know what they're saying. You can't. Yeah. There's nothing else you can do. I could easily have I'd prefer having a full day's conversation with you in text just because I can reply back as and when.
So you're a text person. Yeah, that's what it is, really.
But it's not like if she rang for a reason and it happened to be 40 minutes, it's fine. Okay. But it's the ones that just literally like every day at 10, they'll go, I'll ring you before night.
Oh, okay.
And they'll speak to you just to like a catch up about anything. And they're just like, oh yeah. And I'm like, this is text conversation. Like, who does that anymore in 2019? It's crazy.
People do it, I think.
But yeah, maybe some guys like it. I personally cannot. It's one of those ones where it's not like something that she's doing wrong. It's just something that I just don't like.
I think it's different.
How you say it to the person is hard. Like, how do you say I don't want to be on the phone with you? She's like, are you busy? Not really. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is one that I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't want to make it sound like it's something that blows my head, but it really does. It's like something I dislike. It's a dislike, not a hatred.
It's not hate. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's
I think some people are. Some people are phone people, some people are texting people. So, but it's different people. Like there's certain people I will only text, and then there's other people that I will call, if that makes sense. Yeah. It just depends on the person. But I wouldn't probably just be like, let me just call.
I know them that do it daily. That's the thing that just... Like, how much are you going to catch up with people else?
No, it's not like catching up. I think it depends on the relationship that you've got with that person.
That sounds like very unhealthy to me. But that's just me being semi-jaded and semi-biased. But if you need to have that long hour talk every single day...
No, it's not need. Like, I don't need to talk to anyone every single day.
You don't need to, but the people I'm talking about like if you say no.
But then I also think think about this, right? If anyone can keep me on the phone for like an hour, 2 hours, then I think, wow, like this is a good person. If this is a lot for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can speak to, if I'm speaking to someone, we're having a deep conversation. You know, when you just look on your phone, you're like, yo, we've been on the phone for like, have you ever had it? Like, you'd be like, I've been on the phone for like 2 hours.
I feel like those scenarios are usually happening in the early stages. I'm talking about once you're established, like you're officially girlfriend and boyfriend. There's no depth. You know what I've been doing all day because you've probably been texting me. There's no reason for us to then be on the phone just to fall to sleep. I'm not a flipping. Like, if you want to do that, go Google sea sounds. Go Google the clouds of the rainforest. That will put you to sleep. You don't need me. Because all I'm going to be doing is on her. I'm going to be trying to do work on my laptop. That's what I do every day. Yeah. And then, did you hear what I said? It's just like...
It's true. Like, literally, when we're on holiday, we just sit there and we're in absolute silence.
In the evening,
He'll be like there, just like editing, I'm just there on my iPad.
Because we've had our time.
I've even got my earphones and I've got my AirPods and I'm just like this, like, and every like hour or so I'll just check like he's still alive and then that's it.
Basically, yeah. But yeah. Let's move on to what guys do that annoy girls. I don't believe guys actually do that much.
I think
it's more like the lack of stuff we do annoys girls. So they'll be like, you don't do X, Y, Z. And that's baffling.
You don't communicate with me. Actually, the one thing that I really don't like when certain guys do, them gym boys. Like the gym heads.
To be like
this
gym.
guy.
It depends. I'm not gym douche though. I go to the gym. I'm not a gym douche.
Check out his channel or whatever.
Chim TJ.
Yeah, but you've got a YouTube channel, so I understand why you're like posting all these things.
Oh, okay, I get you mean.
You know what I mean? But you know where I was about to go.
Yeah, I know you're going.
But you know what it is? Like, I can't stand, and this is when I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing these stories. And I see these people at the gym, and it's like everything's just like gym all the time. I'm like, just at the gym. You know what I mean? And they'll have this gym walk as if like I'm at the gym. Like, you're there. They're walking like this. Sometimes they're not even doing anything. It's just they're just showing chest. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, I don't need to see a daily update. Like, if you want to do your before and after or whatever, or a couple of months, and we can see the progress. I can't see the progress because I've been at the gym with you every day. Do you know what I mean? I can't see how you've changed, and so I can't say that I really like that. Like when someone's just
the constant gym things.
Yeah.
Say obviously.
Unless it's for a reason, like unless it's like I've got a channel or I'm helping out people and I'm doing this, but when it's just to show off and it's just like I'm just literally showing off.
Other side of the coin would be that they're doing it to track their progress. It depends what post. Like some people that just do like a subtle post once a week or whatever. If it's the ones that literally will do the whole talking thing, just getting it pumped in, doing this, man, gotta hit chest, man, gotta hit chest. Those ones, you're becoming the stereotype of a gym dude. Like me, people, for those you don't know, I'm a fitness guy, so I have a fitness YouTube channel. But I do it is, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, you wouldn't see me post shit. Let's just put that real. The reason why I do it is to make it make sense in terms of financial gains, like doing all the fitnessy things and getting sponsors, and that is why I do it. I've always, before I had a YouTube channel, there was I didn't have Instagram, period. So I do get what you mean, like the people that aren't doing it for any sort of business reason, they're doing it just for fun.
It's just like they're even in their house and they're just, they're in the house and it's just topless.
But at the same time, okay. There comes two leagues. The people that do it because it's just their passion and they want to share it with whoever.
But I think that's fine. Like if it's your passion and you want to share it and you want to show people, this is what you've got. I don't mind that because I think there's a reason for why you're doing it. And they're doing it for just no reason. Just
but how do you know it's for no reason?
You can tell. Come on, you can absolutely tell. It's the same way, like, you're on Instagram and you can see a girl that probably works out or whatever, and you think, you know what?
Butt pictures.
Yeah, like, you can see the difference between somebody that works out and she's, like, trying to show people, not, like, she might be showing off her body at some point, fair enough, that's fine, but then she's also trying to be like, guys, like, this is what I do, or, on the caption, it might make sense, and then there's just them girls where it's just like this, here's my butt, here's my butt, give me a few likes, and it's just, for me, it's just a bit shallow.
It is it's a level of vanity. Most people that do go to the gym have an element of vanity to them, me included, in a sense, because I'm doing it because, I'm doing it because I want to try and make money. But at the same time, I do like seeing my progress, so I like being able to track, like, even the ones I don't post, I have them on my computer just for tracking purposes, but I do get what you mean, the ones that literally... There is some guys that I've seen, I'm like, why are you going so hard with it when when it makes no sense? Like, you're going, gotta hit this, gotta hit that, and there's no information, it's just them just doing it. I have a fine line. Like, for example, I try and segregate dating and the fitness thing. Like, when I date someone new or something like that, I never tell them about my fitness stuff. I only let them know my Instagram because they'll always go, do you have Instagram? Because that's just a way for them to kind of see what you're about. Sure. I hate doing that because I know my Instagram is a business type of page.
Yeah.
I don't have a separate one which is just for personal because I don't want to manage. I don't care about Instagram if I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I try and always keep them separate because I don't want them to assume that I'm a gym dude because I know why I'm doing it. But they don't. They're just going to see me with all the pictures and think exactly what you think. Because they're going to be like, oh my god, this guy's such a meathead. When realistically, it's
but I think with yours, you can kind of tell, like, you've got your channel and you've got that.
But they don't. I don't want them to know that.
Okay, I get you.
If you go on my channel, it's a vlog channel, which means you can know my whole life for the last 4 years. You can know more about me than I probably remember in like a good weekend.
It's true.
So I try and segregate the two. So if they objectively go on my Instagram, which I try not to, they will think, oh my god, he's a gym dude. I don't want to hang out with him. They're going to assume that when I go out for meals, I'm going to be like, only broccoli and chicken. Like, that's not me. When I go out for a meal, I'll eat whatever the damn well please.
Chips, whatever.
That's all I eat virtually in Barcelona. I didn't eat the genuine cuisine.
To be fair, I eat burgers. He doesn't eat genuine cuisine like at all. I definitely eat more than you as well.
Yeah, I had a pizza with a prawn on it once.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my other story is I purposely try and separate the two because I know the stereotype.
Yeah.
So I do know guys. A lot of guys do fall in that stereotype and stay there. It's if they can't see it, it's because they're so in love or so self-consuming they may not realize it. But I can't condemn them completely. Alright, so what would you say is the second thing that you'd say that guys do that annoy girls?
Okay, so it's kind of like the opposite of what you said, but from the girl's perspective. So what annoys me is like when a guy does something wrong, and this is not like, okay, you've done something like slow walking or whatever, like it's something a little bit bigger than that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, I'm not going to say specifically because like it can be various different things, but you've done something wrong, something to possibly hurt my feelings or whatever, or you've done to hurt someone's feelings, and it's a very obvious thing, and then you explain it to them and they're just like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, rather than acknowledge or say sorry, they just want to like deflect everything, like,
or they literally, or whatever you said just didn't make sense.
No, it's like,
I guarantee that girl in the slow walking thing.
No, but
but like it didn't make sense. I'm like, what are you on about?
It was that, okay, cool, but it's like when it's like bigger than that though. Like,
how do you even know that they know? Because a lot of girls assume that guy knows.
It, like I've just explained. So I'm not saying that I'm just being. There's no silent treatment here. That's not really kind of how I get down. So I've literally come out and I might be like, you know what? I felt like maybe he was being inappropriate with another girl. I don't know. Say it with something.
Oh, and in his head, he's thinking, "What are you on about? I was just talking to the girl." Being friendly.
But that's not kind of inappropriate, is it? If you're just talking.
Yeah, but some girls can take it like, why were you talking to Jennifer so much? And they'll be like, what are you on about?
Okay, then maybe like, not even that, like, I don't even know. Maybe
you just like girls beat up in their head.
Maybe you're just being disrespectful. Like, you could have said something to me. You could have said something that I don't like the way that you said certain. So you could have said something that was very rude and disrespectful. I could be like, I don't really like the way that you spoke to me or something like that. And you'd be like, I don't get it. Like, you don't need to get it. I'm trying to tell you that I don't like the way that you spoke to me. But you're just like, oh, what do you mean? You know what I mean? You're always asking these questions. What do you mean? I don't get it. And
but the reasons why but that's him trying to understand though, because he's trying to calculate in his head.
No, it's not really.
What did I say or what tone of voice did I use that somehow made this a big enough thing for you to mention it to me? It's not just the fact that it happened. It's more the fact of he's in his head thinking, I didn't do anything wrong. Why and how? And he wants you to break down the exact.
No, but say I break it down. So I'll break it down. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm breaking it down, and then all I get is, huh? Like, come on, like, you know what you've done wrong. It's just that you just don't want to explain. Well, you don't want to say sorry. Like, you don't want to.
I wouldn't say sorry to something that I don't understand. If anything, I will say these words: "I'm sorry you feel that way, but I don't know how you."
But I'm not saying that you don't understand. I'm saying that you don't want to understand. I'm not saying that he doesn't understand.
You don't know that he doesn't want to understand. All you know is that he doesn't understand it. He's like, "What are you on about?"
But
I thought we was like.
Okay, do you not feel like I'm getting onto something when you just clearly keep asking questions? You're asking a question, right? So you don't ever have to basically have an answer. Like, you're just going to be like, huh? I don't get it.
But that's what you think they're doing. He's literally confused.
So
me as a guy, I'm telling you right now.
If I break it down and I'm like, this is what you've done wrong, and you're just like, huh? And I'm like, okay,
it means that in his head he's thinking, this is so minor, and I don't even get how on earth this even affected you in any circumstance for you to bring this and make it an issue. That's my biggest thing. When someone brings it to you as an issue like that, in that formal kind of setting as well, it means that it's got to be a biggie.
I think,
I'm thinking,
I'm just
how
saying,
is it even that level?
The reason why I'm saying it is not because of something like minute. Like generally in the past, I've been in situations where the thing that's happened has been a big thing. Do you know what I mean? And so it's clear, it's obvious, because if it was the other way around, you'd feel exactly the same way that I felt. Do you know what I mean? In that situation, it's not a small kind of situation where you're walking a little bit slow. It's clear. But I've even broke it down for you when you said, so you've done this is what you've done, this is how it makes me feel, and then you're still like, I don't get what you're saying, or this is just, I don't really understand. And it's like, it's not even that you don't understand, it's just that you're trying not to understand because you don't want to actually, you don't even want to acknowledge what it is that I'm saying. Like, you don't want to acknowledge that you've ever done anything wrong. You just want me to kind of just give up on what I'm saying and then just like leave it there. And that's how it's happened for me. That's what I'm saying.
I can't speak for your thing. I don't know exactly what happened, but the whole scenario you just reeled off, it didn't sound like, maybe it's in my man brain, but everything you just said about this assumption of him trying to deflect, that doesn't register, doesn't seem like anyone I've known has never done that, put it that way, or don't believe so anyway. No. Oh, that's the whole point. Okay. This is where the barrier or the separation is. That whole thing you just made up, in my brain, if I was the guy, I'd be like, she just made up this whole scenario in her head. Like, I would have been like, she just made up this whole theory of how I'm trying to deflect him, and I really just don't know what the fuck she's on about. So it's one of those things where...
I just think, what, there's some things, like, I would understand what you were saying if I didn't explain myself. If it was just like, okay...
But your explanation to him couldn't be like, still no logic.
We've had
it's similar to what I said earlier. They'll say something, but in my brain, I'm waiting for the logic to kick in, like, where's the thing that actually matters? And they'll be like, it just made me feel... I'm like, okay, so there's no actual thing, it's just the way you felt. And feelings
are a thing though.
Yeah, it's like
we're all
for example, we could be like, I don't know, like, it's one of those things that when girls start getting this bit like, it just made me, like, there's no real scenario they can bring up, but they go,
no, but there is a real scenario. Way. I'm saying that
you haven't given one, so I can't really talk on that. But just in general, I've heard I'm thinking from what's happened with me, they'll just say things like, it's not what you done, it's just how I feel. I'm like, what are you on about? This ain't no mystical, airy, fairy crap. Is this Buddha now?
I get what you're saying to a certain extent. Like, I can understand that sometimes it might not seem rational, like it's a very emotional kind of response. I think in a way that guys sometimes...
That's what guys always say, girls are emotional. Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, at the same time, even if you don't understand the emotions, just try and say, you know what, they're not wrong for feeling the way that they feel, you know what I mean? And that's what I try and say to some of my guy friends.
Well, my scenarios, I'll just say okay, like I acknowledge you, but I'm not going to say sorry if I don't get it.
No, but you can say it, but I don't even get it. You know, some people don't even say okay, they don't even try and say, you know what, I don't get what you're saying, but you know what, maybe I understand that you might have felt that way. I'm just asking for you to kind of look at it from my point of view as to the way that I might have felt. Or even just acknowledge that possibly what you might have said might have been wrong. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes it's not even that. It doesn't go that far. The conversation will just be question after question.
I'm taking advice, like, if he comes out with those responses continually, it just means he didn't...
No, I don't think that. I just think it's a thing, like, continuously. If it's going to be continually, that actually says a lot more to me than if it's like a one-off. If it's a one-off, I'd probably believe it. If he's like, I don't actually understand, then I'd probably be like, you know what, this guy probably doesn't get what I'm trying to say. If it was continuously, like, you just never want to say sorry, even when it's like really blatantly obvious, then there's an issue. Like, they've actually even deflected it back onto me. Like, I might have pissed, they might have said...
those individuals to that extent is a different...
I get like annoyed at something, right, and then they will be like, well, I was disrespectful because you made me that way. Like, I made them annoyed to the point where I made them disrespectful to me, so I'm the problem.
See, in that scenario, I've seen scenarios that happen, or like a girl can continually pester you, right, and at some point you can flip out. And they'll be upset that you flipped out. You're like, but you're the one that keep badgering my damn back. And it's one of those scenarios. I've definitely seen those.
But I'm not saying it for every guy. Like, I think that there's certain guys that will basically do it in a manipulative way.
Some will, yeah, some will. Like in the scenario of like your situation, that could be the case. I'm more thinking of I'm trying to think of a general basis, because you always be able to find specific ones. I'm trying to think very general, because without situations or scenarios,
the average guy I don't think would be like that. I'm not saying just
but
like
it's just
average
guys
person, but this is what I'm saying. It's just sometimes people will manipulate situations to make it sound like you're just not making any sense.
If you're watching this and you understand what Alicia's saying, or you understand my perspective, be sure to write down below. Because it's one of those ones where you need more eyes and more opinions to give it to two people.
Yeah.
The next topic is...
we have another topic.
It was literally... It's like a short one. It was what you mentioned earlier. How you were saying that you hate sleeping with people, like sharing a bed. You're not that big either.
It's not even... I'm not talking about just my man, by the way. I don't like staying over at people's houses. Like, just in general, like sleepovers, night.
I'm talking about specifically with you, man, though, because that's what makes it more odd. I understand I don't want to go to someone else's house.
Yeah, like, okay, so...
If it's your man...
Me and my ex-boyfriend, we had this rule, where it's like 3 days max, and then it's like, see you later. Like, that's how it was. I could do with him, like, I would stay for a maximum of 3 days, and then the rest of the week, I don't want to see you for the rest of the week. I just don't. And the sole reason is just because I need space. I need my own space. So I don't know how it's going to work if I ever got married, because I just need that space to myself.
Okay, when you study that way, it makes it more sense. Originally, you were literally like, yo, I don't want to sleep
but I don't
next
know.
to me.
The thing is, I want to sleep
if you like the person,
I want to sleep next to them, but I don't want to do that every day. Why would you want it? I just don't want it.
I was saying I'm like Drake because I don't like sleeping alone. I hate sleeping alone. How come you don't remember that song?
I don't remember.
I literally a whole song saying
I love sleeping alone. Like, literally, I'm excited when I'm thinking, yeah, I can go back to my bed. See you later.
It depends though. I don't like sleeping alone, but I like waking up alone. Because being in the actual bed, I like the actual warmth of someone else lying next to me. Okay. But when I wake up, I want to do whatever the fuck I want. I don't want to speak to no one. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't have to have you there and I have to cater.
I don't need one. I could literally just get my water bottle. There's some warmth there.
Yeah, but then they're still there. I want to literally get up, walk around,
and I don't
do nothing.
I don't want to
speak to no one.
I don't want to spoon.
Don't do that. No.
It's annoying.
It's warm the hair, especially for a guy. You're a girl. It's not that bad. Yeah. A guy, imagine his frizzy hair in his face continually.
Yeah.
It's just it's not the one. I hate it.
Yeah. I can't be dealing with that.
It's cute for me.
To be honest, there's no reason why there needs to be, like, when you think about it, right, so we're in a bed, we don't want to spoon, you're over there, I'm over here, why do we need to be in the same bed? Basically, we might as well just be in separate beds.
I'm not going to buy a separate bed just for
I'm not saying that we have to...
All you have to do is roll over, like, as soon as I get into bed, this is my thing, I'll roll over and face the other way. It's just I don't know if it's psychological. When I get in the bed, I'm not going to face you, I'm just going to roll over.
Yeah, it's weird, like, why would you face
then some girls will be like, why are you so far away? I'm like... Because I want my room.
Sometimes I used to wake up, and I'd see that was facing the same way, and be like, see ya?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, what would you... I don't think I could sleep, especially if they're facing you as well.
Nah,
that's even more weird.
That's weird.
Because then you're face to face breathing, it's like, nah. Did that. I'm going to roll over, and I'll see you in like, I don't know, 8 hours. There's no need for us to face to face. And it's legit, that is one thing. But yeah. So your moral story is that.
Alright, the story is, I don't want to sleep with somebody.
If I could have them in the bed and when I wake up they just teleport back to the house, that'd be great. That'd be a good scenario.
That makes sense.
Yes, because
so you just want
the body warm. Yeah.
You just want some warmth. You just want a radiator.
I want a water bottle. No, I'm saying that because the difference is when you wake up, they're there, and like then you have to be with them potentially longer than you want. Whereas if like,
I thought that was the whole point of wanting to stay with someone.
No, I don't care about staying over. No, I don't care about that bit. It's more the in bed bit, like you faffing, watching movies, you fall asleep.
No,
and then
that's cool.
They're gone when I wake up.
That's cool, but I'm thinking like for me, this is probably what I was more likely to do. Like I'd probably stay with my man. We'll watch some films or whatever. Blah 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 blah, and then it gets late. He starts falling asleep, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna drive home now.
Okay, I understand that, but that's not that bad. Yeah, I get that. I think the bed that I can do is the waking up part. It's like waking up to someone there, like, oh, geez, you still here?
Like, God. There they are.
Like, you still here? Why are you not gone?
It's because I guess I'm so used to like waking up by... When you're so used to waking up by yourself, and then you got your routine, like when I wake up, it's like, yeah, I can do this, and I've got my space. I need my own space.
And just imagine, you live with family, but I live on my own in my own apartment. Yeah, so I'm definitely used to like, I don't want to see or hear no one else. Yeah, if I do, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, people, thanks for staying tuned for this quirky episode of Young Black and RichLESS podcast. Be sure to follow us on YouTube and Instagram and all that jazz if you don't already. And get involved in the comments, man. We're providing you events, so you can definitely chime in wherever you want.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Alright, peace out, people. See you in the next one.
See ya.